For the 2018 PyVision Hackathon, we created a chart component to monitor the operational status of your equipment. This chart component is called an operating envelope. On the screen you can see an operating envelope configured for a drilling rig. At the x-axis you can see the top drive RPMs, and on the y-axis you can see the bit weight of the drill. The markers scattered around the plot indicate the operating points of your equipment. The darker the marker, the closer it is to the end of your time range, and the lighter it is, the older the data point is. The orange area is defined by the warning limits of your equipment, and the red area is defined by the critical limits of your equipment. As you can clearly see, some points live in the red area, which is definitely a sign to take a look at your equipment or even shut it down. So, let's go create a component like this. So if we go to our home screen, we can create a new PyVision display, and we can drag in an operating envelope component into the screen. Okay. Let's change the title of our chart. The title is changed. Let's add some data. So let's navigate in our assets to rig 18 and search for the RPM attribute. The first attribute we add to our chart will be our x-axis attribute. Secondly, we need to add our y-axis attribute, the bit weight. Now that we added both, we can see that our x and y axis labels have been updated with the name of our attributes. However, there is no data in the chart. This is due to the data not being available in our time range. So let's go back further in history, 1 month, and we can now see data appearing. All the markers are very light, so we'll need to change the end of our time range. So it displays 1 day. And now we can see that some data points are closer to the end range. Let's increase the amount of points by increasing the time range to 3 days. Alright. Let's now define the window of interest, the bounds of our chart in the symbol editor. Alright, we now have our scatter plot. Let's add some limits. As you can see here, there are some child attributes configured for the bit weight. If we take a look at our PyAF tree, we can see that the bit weight has child attributes with its limits. A high limit, a high limit, a low limit, and a low limit. The same is true for the top drive RPM. A high, low, and low limit. Let's add them to the chart. The ordering we add them is not important. The chart will figure out where the limit should be located and what color it should get. Alright, as we can see now, these are all horizontal areas. This is because these are the limits for the y-axis. To get vertical areas, we'll need to add limits for our x-axis. Let's search for RPM. We see the same child attributes here. We can add them in any order to color the areas. Alright, we're done. Now we can change our equipment to get some different values for the limits and the operating points from PyAF. Okay, this sums up our component that we created for the 2018 PyVision Hackathon. Thanks for watching.